deployment of desired technological equipment towards enhancing the operations of the agency. The council meeting, presided over by President Muhammad Buhari, also approved contracts for the provision of critical infrastructure in parts of the country for socio-economic development and job creation. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu has the report. It will come in subsequent bulletins. Moving on now, a suspected drug kingpin heading a syndicate operating at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, and 5 other members of his gang have been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. The agency says the syndicate is behind the smuggling of over 1.5 million tablets of tramadol seized recently by operatives of the agency in collaboration with aviation security and customs service personnel at the airport. The seized items include 17 cartons of 250 milligrams of tramadol branded as Tamra, weighing 669.70 kilograms, and 5 cartons of 225 milligrams tramadol branded Royal with a gross weight of 217.15 kg. 19.8 million naira cash was also recovered from the 5 suspects. 2 other suspects dealing in methamphetamines in Owerri and psychotropics in Ekiti State were also arrested. The use of genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs, have been a subject of controversy globally, and to ensure that Nigerians are protected from any adverse effect, the Senate is amending the National Biosafety Management Agency Act. The bill, which has passed second reading, is sponsored by the leader of the Senate, Yahaya Abdullahi, and seeks to provide strong and efficient regulatory measures in the importation and use of genetically modified organisms in Nigeria. The bill is also aimed at providing adequate information to members of the public on all they need to know about genetically modified organisms before consumption.
In Nigeria, we are yet to have a scientifically balanced full picture of the situation as provided for in the international precautionary principles with regard to GMO commercial farming and the consumption of GMO products.
It is designed to help us to regulate the injection or introduction of anything genetically modified,
so that the GMOs will be properly and adequately regulated in this country.
A bill for an act to amend the National Biosafety Management Agency Act 2015 and for other related matters 2022 second reading taken, and the bill is referred to the Committee on Environment for further legislative action.
Senate has passed the Witness Protection and Management Bill, which seeks to provide support and protection for witnesses. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has commenced legislative consideration of a bill that will strengthen the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS. The bill seeks to fine-tune the administrative structure of the institute by making provisions on membership of the governing board in line with what is obtainable in government agencies. NIPS is a high-level center for research and dialogue where intellectuals formulate ideas for national development. The National Institute has been in existence for over 4 decades. The House Ad Hoc Committee investigating more than 1 trillion naira funds belonging to the federal government has resolved to attend to only chief executives of the agencies involved. It was as a result of the inability of some of the agencies to comply with the requirements contained in the invitation for the investigation. National Assembly correspondent Abdullahi Aminu has more.
It is an investigative hearing on the unclaimed funds domiciled in Nigerian commercial banks and alleged infractions by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The committee frowns at the inability of the Director General of the Nigerian Technology Agency, NITDA, to appear before it. It has also resolved to attend to the Managing Director of the Heritage Bank, over 160 billion naira out of the alleged unremitted 1 trillion naira belonging to the federal government.
I don't think we actually having that kind of amount in our possession.
We invited you for interactive session so that we know from you, we hear from you what is responsible for this money that you keep dragging. And unfortunately, your bank ignored the call by the parliament.
The committee is expected to receive submissions from all the ministries, departments and agencies alongside the Central Bank of Nigeria on the federal government's funds in question. From the National Assembly, Abdullahi Aminu, NTA News.
The federal government has set machinery in motion to train and engage 1,250 youths across the 25 local government areas of Niger State to serve as foot soldiers under the At-Risk Children program. This was the thrust of the special advisor to the president on social investment, Miriam Owei's visit to Minna, the Niger State capital. Fatima Aliyu reports.
Records indicates that in Niger State alone, the number of out-of-school children is pegged at more than 72,000, while that of unemployed youth is put at 17,000. Attributing the surge in these categories of vulnerables to the bastardization of Almajiri school system and insecurity, among other vices. It was therefore in an effort to nip these menace in the bud due to its attendant consequences on the larger society that the federal government initiated the At-Risk Children program to comprehensively provide them with a life of dignity. The initiative, which is under the supervision of the Office of the Vice President, is also designed to protect the girl child from street hawking, sexual violence and lack of access to education.
We're here because Niger State has an interest in us supporting what is already on ground and adding value. So trying to see how we can create more jobs and reduce poverty, especially the future of Niger State, because the young children that have no education, we want to be able to get them back into school.
We have a large number of out-of-school children who need help. And so this project promises to give us that kind of help that we require. And so it's with pleasure that we are receiving this support. The team, alongside wife of the governor and her entourage, took time to inspect the training center for youth empowerment and Tangaya schools in Minna to further seek areas of intervention. The group also paid a courtesy call on the Emir of Minna, Umar Farouk Bahago, as critical stakeholder in ensuring success of the program. In Minna, Fatima Aliyu, NTA News.
The Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room is urging the electoral umpire, INEC, to work towards improving its logistics arrangements and early commencement of polls in the upcoming elections. Timothy Yusuf reports.
But if you have a report for a particular polling...
This is a strategy meeting on the forthcoming Ekiti and Osun State governorship elections. It is at the instance of the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room. Stakeholders also reviewed the recent FCT area elections, where it described the exercise as generally peaceful across the 6 area councils.
That was a very, very serious election because it's about the people, the citizens of Nigeria that are living within the FCT.
Ahead of the Ekiti and Osun State governorship election, Situation Room noted that issues surrounding votes buying and selling are still of greater concern.
And we thought that this is a good way to start by bringing colleagues from Ekiti and also Osun states so that we can prepare ourselves, we can look at how to engage, what kind of advocacy strategies, also catch up with them about what's on ground, what's going on in Ekiti, what's going on in Osun.
Situation Room enjoined participants to ensure that the electorate are adequately sensitized towards better understanding of their civic responsibility. Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
Still on politics, the chairman of the People's Democratic Party Zoning Committee and Benue State Governor Samuel Otom says the committee will come out with an acceptable position for all. This was contained in a statement issued at the end of the committee's second sitting in Abuja. Again, Timothy Yusuf will tell us.
The meeting of the PDP Zoning Committee, according to Governor Samuel Otom, has been peaceful without any tension. Although yet to be concluded, the meeting adjourned till Tuesday next week to continue deliberations. Governor Utom explains that at the end of it all, the committee will deliver results that everybody will accept and the party will go ahead as one big family to win the 2023 elections. Meanwhile, the Taraba State Governor Darius Ishaku has thrown his weight behind the consensus presidential candidate ahead of the People's Democratic Party primary slated for May 28. The governor made the pledge while playing host to the trio of Dr. Bukola Saraki, Governors Aminu Waziri Tambuwal and Bala Mohammed of Sokoto and Bauchi states, who are contesting the presidential ticket on the platform of the PDP.
We only have to produce one person. Let us all together hold our hands together and agree that this person should be our leader. And then we'll all fall in line.
A leader of the Ohanese Indigo in the diaspora, Dr. Nwachukwu Kwenze, who is also contesting the PDP presidential ticket, was at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja for further consultation.
We want leadership based on ability to work hard and fairness, range, accountability for all. Those privileged should know that they are working for public trust.
He expressed the hope that the leadership of the PDP will be fair to all. Timothy Yusuf, NT News.
It's been 4 days after the governing All Progressives Congress APC held its third national convention, which was generally adjudged to be successful. Now, guests on NTA Tuesday Live say the rancor-free process was a demonstration of the party's belief in internal democracy. Abubakar Akwanga reports.
The long-awaited convention has come and gone, leaving the party strong and united ahead of future politicking. These are the exact words of party men on NTA Tuesday Live.
In my personal judgment, it's for the National Working Committee to hold its inaugural meeting, clearly defined the next steps, communicate effectively and efficient, the most efficient manner what those steps are to the entire party membership and Nigerians across the spectrum. But much more importantly, the National Working Committee should remind itself of the need to make the Peace and Reconciliation Committee a standing committee of the party.
Stakeholders say the affirmation and endorsement of the unity list was a testimony of the democratic spirit in the party.
All the opposition, they were waiting to see if we're going to overstep the boundaries of that particular law. Now, with the unity list, which is, consensus, which is the agreement of the people, you cannot say this person is this or that person is that. It opens the space for a unified agreement between all the stakeholders on the direction we want to go.
There will be a lot of working together. There will be a lot of learning as well. Like my leader said, the chairman, our chairman, distinguished Senator Abdullah Adamu, is an experienced politician. He's an NPDP, but he has a very close relationship with the CPC bloc and also with other parties, other major parties bloc. So definitely with what is going on, we're expecting a lot, but definitely with what is going on already, after one day, we know that we're not going to get it wrong.
As the nation's forecast into 2023, APC stalwarts say the overwhelming infrastructural delivery, social interventions, and massive economic growth index will endear Nigerians more to the party. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
Nationwide continues in Lagos as we join Kende as our guide. Kende, it's over to you.
Hello, Lydia. Glad to have you join us in Lagos. The idea of deepening internal democracy in party politics is adopted by the All Progressives Congress as in the last 7 years placed the party above other political parties in delivering good governance. Abolade Salami in this report takes a look at the post and national convention of the leading political party in the country.
The ruling party, All Progressives Congress, APC, on the 26th of March, successfully conducted its national convention to elect new leaders that will steer the affairs of the party at every level of politicking in the country, with a view to ensure that the party emerge victorious in future elections. The emergence of Senator Abdullahi Adamu as the national chairman of the party, as well as other executives, in an atmosphere devoid of rancor and violence, further affirms the progressive character of party leaders and faithful.
And at the end of the day, it was a commendable effort. And we hope that will translate to deliverable for our people.
Building the party over individual interests and personal gains is one of the agenda of the new executive, with the aim to reconcile all aggrieved members against external forces capable of causing disunity, division, and acrimony.
We should sit tight, ensure that all aggrieved members are pacified, and the necessary work towards bringing Nigeria from, or preventing Nigeria from approaching the precipice should be carried out, should be done, so that things can be better as we move forward.
Expectations from the new leadership is to ensure and implement President Muhammadu Buhari's aspiration of building formidable force and ensure that members do not suffer litigation in future. The party is also repositioned to maintain its leadership as the largest in the country.
As we go into 2023, the APC should realize that whatever was done March 26 as convention can be given as their internal issues. It can be considered as their choice because they are members of the APC. But whatever will be their decision in picking the presidential candidate for 2023 will not be about the APC. It's going to be about us as a people. It's going to be about us as a nation.
As events continue to unfold in the political space across the country, the APC is optimistic that it will be a force to reckon with in 2023 general elections. In Lagos, Abuja Salami, NTA News.
Ishola Adejimo of the Nigerian Television Authority Lagos Network Center has emerged the chairman of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Arts Union, Workers Union Ratau, Lagos State Council. Emerged chairman in an election held in Lagos. Amaka O reports.
The swearing-in ceremony of new Executive Council members of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Arts Workers Union, Ratau. The ESCO will pilot affairs of the union in the state for the next 3 years. Ishola Adejimo of the Nigerian Television Authority Lagos Network Center. The new chairman won with 95 votes, while his rival had 75 votes. Many describe the election, which started with the accreditation of 170 delegates from across the state, as peaceful. All the electoral guidelines were duly observed.
We thank God that the side the people loved won the election.
The entire process went on fine, and as you can see, everybody is jubilating.
The newly elected chairman assured Ratau members of his commitment to take the union to the next level, with emphasis on welfare of members.
We will make sure that we work in line with current reality and struggle with the national body of our union to make sure that all these allowances are reviewed and enhanced so that our member can smile.
The Radio, Television, Theatre and Arts Workers Union, Ratau, was established in 1977 to represent workers in the arts and media industries in Nigeria. In Lagos, Amaka O, NT News.
And that's updates from Lagos. We'll be standing by in Benin for more nationwide. But before we do that, we'll go on a short break. And also remember, you can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our YouTube at NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page at NTA Network News, Twitter handle NTA News Now, and on Instagram at NTA Network News for update.
157-kilometer Lagos-Ibadan Railway is the first double-track standard gauge railway to be built in West Africa. The Mobolaji Johnson train station is a masterpiece, an infrastructure that is gradually becoming an iconic building in Lagos State. The modern facilities put the station on a world map of train stations. Likewise, other new train stations across the country built to world-class standards. The train and its convenience is indeed an admirable effort, with commendations from Nigerians.
This is a station that we have to commend the federal government for putting a beautiful face, empowering us in Lagos State, not only in economic and political arena.
I can say that I'm really impressed with the infrastructures in place. Kudos to the Minister of Transportations. Kudos to the federal government.
Truly, good things are coming out of Nigeria, and the federal government is deserving of all the applause.
Hey, have you ever been badly treated by the police? Then you have a right to be heard. The Police Public Complaints Committee is here to ensure that Nigeria police officers are transparent, accountable, and respect the rights of all Nigerians. Log on to www.ppcc.policeaffairs.gov.ng to report any infringement on your fundamental human right, or call 0906 254 7073. 0818-735365, 0897-545-0695, or address your petitions to the Honorable Minister, Minister of Police Affairs. Speak out. You have a right to be heard. The PPCC was resuscitated by the federal government in line with the ongoing police reforms. The publicity sensitization campaign, the North Central, Kogi, is scheduled for Thursday, 31st March 2022 at the state capital, Lokoja. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Police Affairs, announcer.
All the thrills and all the action on Nigeria's biggest dance reality show. Glow Battle of the Year is on NTA every Sunday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
As the world advances, Samuel Adegboyega University, Ogwa, Edo State, is poised to deliver world-class education rooted in strong academic traditions. In the colleges of law, basic and applied sciences, humanities, management and social sciences, Samuel Adegboyega University is building the next generation of leaders. Hurry now for 2021-2022 undergraduate and postgraduate admissions into any of our NUC fully accredited programs. Secure admission today in one of the fastest growing private universities in Africa. Also note that the university runs diploma, JUPEB, part-time and tuition-free programs. For more information, visit www.sau.edu.ng or call 0705-079-1226. Samuel Adegboyega University, to nurture for discipline and excellence.
Candidates who are interested in gaining admission into NTA Television College Jos for the 2021-2022 two-year National Innovation Diploma Program are to apply for admission through the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAM). The courses available for application include film and television production, broadcast journalism, and television engineering technology. Such candidates must have a minimum of 5 O-level credits in relevant subjects including English language and mathematics. For more information, please contact NTA Television College, Jos, or the marketing department of any NTA station nationwide. Registrar, Announcer.
Thanks and welcome to Benin. The Oba of Benin, Ewai II, has restated his forebears' appeal for the return of two major artifacts, amongst others, scattered away during the 1897 Benin expedition. The Benin monarch made the request when he received two delegations led by the Director, Ethnological Museum in Berlin, Germany, and the Swiss Benin Initiatives during a courtesy visit to his palace. Ifyo Yakiri completes the report.
The visit afforded the Benin monarch the opportunity to set the record straight on the ownership of the Benin Walk of Arts and the subsequent presidential directive that the two recently returned artifacts from Aberdeen and Scotland be returned to their original place. It therefore called for restitution on the artifacts and support in the building of a world-class museum that will accommodate all the repatriated artifacts to be sited within the palace. The Director of Ethnological Museum in Berlin, Germany, and the leader of the Swiss Benin Initiative delegation said they were in Benin City for more research and dialogue into Benin artifacts.
Also, Germany is very important because this is the first time that these big steps
And we have founded this initiative last year, and the aim was really to do more to get to know more about our collections. Meanwhile, 8 Swiss museums have come together to investigate the provenance of their holdings in historical Benin Kingdom of Nigeria. In Benin, Ivie Oyahiri, NTA News. Youths under the Niger Delta National Youth Leaders and Development Stakeholders Forum are gearing up to champion a violence and thuggery-free general elections beginning from May this year. They are warming up just at a time during which electioneering is gradually getting off the ground. Members of the forum were in NTA Benin to seek more collaboration and honor the Director General, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, for supporting its cause since the inception of the forum. Agatha Egwariojo reports. It is often acknowledged that no meaningful development can take place in a nation if youths are not actively involved in the process. It is time again for Nigerians to make a decision on the future of the country through the ballot. And these youths are championing the cause of active involvement and peaceful, credible, as well as violent-free election to move the country forward.
We'll be flagging up again our peace campaign activity.
I shall be actively involved in the process by mobilizing our youths, conscientizing them so that they can have better leadership.
Then came the award.
Present this award based on content to the NTA family.
So NTA is very, very keen in its responsibility to cover activities that will lead to development, peace, and good governance in Nigeria.
The forum involves past, present, and aspiring youths from the 9 states in the Niger Delta, with membership cutting across 120 civil society groups. Its main focus is peace and security in the region. In Benin, Agatha Egwariojo, NTA News. And that's it from Benin. Nationwide continues with Lydia in Abuja.
Thanks, Obehi. Nigeria woke up to the reality of a new security challenge with an attack on the Abuja-Kaduna Railway on Monday by some terrorists, killing and abducting a number of Nigerians on a Kaduna-bound train. Minister of Information Lai Mohammed, who was a guest on Good Morning Nigeria, spoke on measures to combat growing security concerns as well as the administration's achievements across several other sectors. Ekene Ndulue reports.
Expressing concern over the recent terrorist attack on a Kaduna-bound train, Minister of Information said measures are being put in place to prevent a repeat of the situation, with directive from the President for the implementation of the integrated security surveillance and monitoring solution for all active railway lines in the country. He added that despite the recent events, Nigeria is winning the war against terrorism with concerted efforts from the government.
If you look at the military, for instance, the federal government has purchased a lot of platforms, about 150 MRAPs, 100 trucks. We have provided accommodation for the military. We have ensured that more personnel, about 10,000 more personnel were, employed by the military. And you look at the Air Force, we've acquired many more platforms. Of course, the 12 Super Tucano, the 3 JF, Thunder fighters.
On the state of the nation, the minister said milestone achievements have been recorded in the area of agriculture from 2015 till date, while the social investment program has continued to provide a safety net for the poor.
This administration has invested in agriculture, especially through the, Anchor Boras program. Before 2015, the total capacity of our farmers was under 4 metric tons of rice annually. Today we are doing 7.5, tons, metric tons of rice. Before 2015, there were only 15 standard rice mills in Nigeria. Today we have over 50 standard and integrated rice mills in Nigeria.
The minister also recounted unprecedented growth in infrastructural development, health, and transportation. Ekene Ndulue, NTA News.
In the meantime, the recent terrorist attack on a Kaduna-bound train has continued to elicit responses from security experts who were guests on Good Morning Nigeria as they advocate a detailed investigation to identify the gaps in the railway security system. Again, Ekene Ndulue will tell us all about it.
Monday's attack on the Abuja-Kaduna rail track, which is the second since last October, has brought to the fore the need for robust security on the rail lines. As part of the solutions, experts suggest the incorporation of communities along the railway into the security architecture.
A more sustainable and far-reaching solution would be to incorporate the communities in surrounding the rail line into the security architecture. If they don't know how to do that, several of us are happy to support them. This is something that you are doing for your nation.
Looking at the series of violent attacks in recent times, experts believe a holistic approach needs to be adopted to address the root causes of the current security challenge.
If you block this place, the terrorist will always look for a loophole where he is going to attack you in your weakest point. So the question is, can we find out why and deal with the main causes of the insecurity itself?
There are these issues of complicity, as one of the guests just raised. What if there are these complicities, internal complicities? Same way we talked earlier about, I heard earlier about infrastructure challenges and how some of these facilities may not be exactly secure.
They further emphasized the need to deploy adequate intelligence, technology, and personnel to dominate ungoverned spaces in the country. Ekene Ndulue, NTA News.
You're still watching Nationwide. Let's go over to Sokoto where Asmao is standing by with more stories. Hello, Asmao.
Hello, Lydia. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Sokoto on Nationwide. The 8th Division Nigerian Army is exploring more avenues for greater collaboration with other sister security agencies to tackle insecurity in the Northwest Zone. General Officer Commanding 8th Division Nigerian Army, Major General Uwem Basi, disclosed this at the opening of 8th Division Operations Planning KEDA 2022 in Sokoto. Shehu Muhammad Deti reports.
The Nigerian Armed Forces and other security agencies are currently undergoing various operations across the nation, from militancy in the south to insurgency in the northeast, as well as banditry and terrorism in the northwest. Each form of insecurity has its own peculiar set of challenges, requiring individualized training for security personnel operating in the various zones. The General Officer commanding the 8th Division, Nigerian Army, Major General Uwem Basi, said lectures in this training cadre are particularly crafted to provide the necessary tools for facing security challenges peculiar to the Northwest region for security personnel operating in the area. Participants at the training cadre were drawn from the armed forces and sister security agencies, which is in line with the theme of the cadre, sustaining capacity building and multi-agency cooperation, a key to defeating insurgency and terrorism in Northwest Nigeria.
And indeed, all of us during
different lectures that include junior leadership as a financier for winning the fight against insurgency and banditry in the Northwest and interagency cooperation, an imperative to defeating insurgency and terrorism are expected to be delivered. The participants were drawn from the Nigerian Air Force, the Nigerian Police, Department of Security Services, and other sister agencies from across the zone. In Sokoto,
accused of contravening provisions of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended in 2012 to 11th of May 2022 for adoption of final written addresses. The presiding judge is Justice James Kolawole Omotosho. Shehu Muhammad Deti completes the report.
It was on Wednesday, March 16, 2022, that the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering of the Sokoto Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission arraigned 5 car dealers and their companies before Justice James Kolawale Omotosho of the Federal High Court Sokoto on a 1-count charge each for the contravention of provisions of Money Laundering Act 2022 as amended in 2012. The car dealers, Shehu Ahmad, Shehu Mariga, Aliyu Dauda, Tukul Shehu, and Omar Yabo, and their companies allegedly failed to submit declarations of activities in line with extant regulations on customer identification and rendition of returns on transactions to the Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. The defendants all pleaded guilty to the charge. During today's sitting, all the accused car dealers who were on bail appeared before the court. Counsel to the EFCC Hanafi Saad cross-examined the anti-graft investigator, and many documents were admitted as evidence and exhibits. The presiding judge, Justice James Kolawale Omotosho, adjourned the case to 11th May 2022, when the prosecuting and counsels to the accused will present final written addresses for adoption.
On each day of default of registration, or to pay the sum of 25,000 each day of the valuation.
Also today, 2 additional car dealers, Sanusi Bello and Nasiru Muhammad, were brought to the court by EFCC for alleged contravention of provisions of the Money Laundering Act 2011 as amended in 2012. The arraignment was, however, adjourned to 4th April 2022. In Sokoto, Shehu Muhammad Detti, NTA News.
And a reminder that you can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on YouTube channel NTA News Online. You can also visit our Twitter at NTA News Now, our Facebook page NTA Network News, and Instagram NTA Network for updates. And that's it from here. We'll take a short break, and when we return, Nationwide will continue in Port Harcourt. Good afternoon.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Preview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk, app for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
A new edition of TV Guide is out, exclusively with Professor Umar Garba Dambata, Executive Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC.
We have unveiled the 622 as a toll-free line through which consumers can be able to lodge their complaints. And we have introduced the 112 as a national emergency number.
This edition is a compendium of mind-blowing stories for your reading pleasure, ranging from technology, entertainment, economy, media, politics, family, and lots more. Pick up your copy and get abreast with issues and trending features within our space. TV Guide, very incisive, very educative and compelling. Grab a copy at the vendor near you or any NTA station nationwide. TV Guide, your indispensable companion.
Do you run a breast or cervical cancer service?
Are you a private or public laboratory, clinic or hospital that offer any of breast imaging, cervical cancer screening, HPV vaccination, or other breast or cervical cancer services? Is your service a primary, secondary, or tertiary center located in any part of Nigeria, no matter how remotely located it is? If yes, to any of these questions, then subscribe to the OCI Foundation's Savvy Breast app and become accessible and visible to millions of Nigerians. It is all for free. To subscribe, just type the Savvy Breast application form on Google or go to the OCI Foundation's page on www.ocifoundation.org and search for Savvy Breast application form. Complete the form and submit. And let millions of Nigerians patronize you, all for free. Become part of the OCI Foundation's quest to tackle breast and cervical cancers in Nigeria. And join us as we rise by lifting others.
And welcome to Port Harcourt. The federal government's commitment to address infrastructural gaps in the education sector is yielding results with the handing over of internal roads to 46 tertiary institutions across the country. Speaking at the handover of internal roads to the Federal Polytechnic Ukana, Akwa Ibom State, Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola says more institutions are to benefit from the gesture. Clement Barikwe reports.
This is a vital infrastructure in the institution. We parked in there and we had no roads, but now we have roads.
We need to thank and appreciate Mr. President for the far-reaching decisions taken to add value, particularly in the provision of critical infrastructure across the nation.
The 1.1 kilometer internal roads in the Federal Polytechnic Ukana is coming under the ongoing intervention effort by the federal government in infrastructure development in tertiary institutions. So far, 76 tertiary institutions are benefiting from the intervention initiative, with work ongoing on internal roads in 30 institutions. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola, in his message to the handing over of internal roads in the Federal Polytechnic Ukana, maintains that government is committed to quality education through quality infrastructure.
It's federal government plan that at least both Polytechnic, Federal Polytechnic and universities, they should submit proposals for intervention in their road network, which we did in Akwa Ibom. Both Federal Polytechnic Ukana and the Federal University of Uyo, and the two projects has been completed.
The project executed within 3 months was delivered based on specifications. Clement Barikwe, NTA News.
Having a seamless tax payment system is paramount to the development and sustainability of any economy. It is on this premise that our correspondent Joy Uzo on special assignment interacted with upcoming entrepreneurs, taxpayers, and revenue-generating agencies in commemoration of National Tax Week.
A large chunk of the revenue needed by the government to execute its social responsibility to the populace is generated through tax. Over time, revenue-generating agencies have come up with a variety of innovations to build a viable tax system for the nation. While these mediums are eliciting the needed compliance from the populace, especially those in the nation's civil service and the organized private sector. Small business owners like Mr. Pep Amadi, who is yet to be captured in the tax net, says he is convinced that an enabling environment to expand his business, as well as increased job creation, will bring more people on board the tax net.
when few persons pay tax, it means that it will be less development. But when more people have jobs and they pay their taxes, then we begin to see that it will be good for society.
A consistent interface with current and potential taxpayers, the regional coordinator of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Amisu Ibrahim, believes we helped them surpass the over 6.4 trillion naira realized last year.
Our system is that of ICT. We operate without disturbing the taxpayers. But the payment comes in. And why is the payment coming in? Because of this type of sensitization that we normally have.
And then, there's that synergy between us with them. And for the small businesses, we are encouraging them and we are praying that they would also grow so that they would be able to come to us. But even in their own small take, it doesn't mean they can still do their own little quota.
The 2022 National Tax Week is just another opportunity for tax regulators to review and take stock of their achievements and come up with a more sustainable tax system for the benefit of taxpayers and the government. In Port Harcourt, Joy Uzo, NTA News.
And that's it from here. It's now back to Lydia in Abuja for the continuation of Nationwide.
Jenny, one person has been confirmed dead, while 15 others have been arrested in connection with recent violent attacks by yet-to-be-identified persons in Kabawa area in Lokoja, the Kogi State capital. Francis Udojo reports that the Commissioner of Police, Edward Ebuka, made the confirmation during an assessment tour of the troubled area.
The usual busy Kabawa area in Lokoja suddenly became serene, with inhabitants indoors following the attack resulting to death of one person. Shops have been broken into and valuables destroyed, and some burnt. The police commissioner, Kogi State, Edward Ebuka, who led other officers to inspect the level of damage in the area, says some arrests have been made that could help further investigation into the incident.
Reports in the past 2 days of incidents of clashes amongst some cultists and cult groups. The executive governor has given a marching order to the security agencies to fish out all the cultists here and deal with them appropriately.
The police commissioner urged elders and parents within the area to warn their wards and children, as government will not relent in fishing out perpetrators of the crime. Francis Udojo, NTA News.
The maiden edition leadership training for the Directorate of Physical Training of the Nigerian Armed Forces has held in Abuja, geared towards optimal performance. The training is expected to entrench professionalism in the Nigerian Army to accomplish assigned missions with a joint environment in the defense of Nigeria.
Lead to actionable recommendations which would appropriately prepare and reposition the Directorate to address contemporary fitness issues and preparedness for future requirements and responsibilities. I look forward with the greatest humility to your fruitful contributions that will culminate in the evolution of new ideas on core approaches to routine physical fitness as we chart the course for the present and future trends of fitness training in the Nigerian Army.
In another development, some civil society organizations in Nigeria have pledged solidarity and maximum support to the Nigerian Armed Forces with resolve to annually organize civil-military fellowship relationship. This was the general consensus at the end of a 3-day civil-military conference in Abuja. The conference aims at incorporating civil society organizations and the citizenry to providing necessary assistance for men and officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces.
Of profoundly boosting the morals of troops and publics alike in the fight against insecurity in Nigeria. This will be enhanced further through adequate funding, re-equipment, and retraining for the military and security community.
The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, has inaugurated a 9th board member of the Nigerian Communications Commission. This was after President Muhammadu Buhari had approved his appointment. The minister used the medium to remind the NCC board members of their role in Nigeria's quest for a viable digital economy.
The main responsibility of the board is to ensure consumer protection. I do hope that Professor Awal Mansour, that is about to join the board officially, will be another good addition that will support the board and also consolidate its achievement, and also make sure that we have people with diverse experience that will be able to work together.
Wish you more grease to your elbow as you shoulder the onerous responsibility of supervising us and leading us in order to ensure our journey, this digital transformation journey, we reach that destination.
The newly inaugurated non-executive commissioner is Professor Mansour Awalu Bindawa from the Faculty of Agriculture, Department of Agronomy, Bayero University, Kano. He replaces a member whose tenure expired.
Improve on the achievements so far made at the NCC. Inshallah, I'm also going to learn from my those who have come before me.
Osun State High Court, sitting in Osogbo, has dismissed the no-case submission of the Defense Counsel in the ongoing trial of the alleged murder of OAU postgraduate student Timothy Adegoke and upheld the submission of prosecuting counsel. The presiding judge, Adekpele Ojo, who gave the ruling on the matter, directed defendants to enter their defense. Wasiu Rauf has details.
Justice Adekpele Ojo, while dismissing the no-case submission, which the defense counsel had earlier relied on, maintained that the first defendant, Prince Rahman Adedoyin, and 6 others have case to answer, as the evidences by the prosecuting counsel have proven the alleged commission of the murder against them, and in the interest of justice, the defendants should be given opportunity to defend themselves. She therefore dismissed the no-case submission application and ordered the defense counsels to enter their defense. In his response to the ruling, one of the defense counsels, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Kehinde Eleja, told the court that they needed time to prepare for their defense. Justice Adekpele Ojo then adjourned the matter till Monday, April 25th, 2022 for defense counsels to enter their defense. In Osogbo, Wasiu Rauf, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Update.
Cameroon, Morocco, Tunisia, Ghana and Senegal will represent CAF in the first ever November-December World Cup. All 5 qualifiers booked their places at Qatar 2022 by winning 2-legged playoffs. Those playoffs turned out to be largely close affairs as the away goals rule sent Cameroon and Ghana through, while Senegal beat Egypt in a penalty shootout. Elsewhere, Tunisia held on for a goalless draw against Mali to see them prevail 1-0 on aggregate, while Morocco were the only big winners on Tuesday as they thrashed Democratic Republic of Congo 4-1, winning 5-2 on aggregate.
Now he comes through again and shoots, and this time it isn't. The follow-up from Hakimi.
In Abuja, Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey scored the crucial away goal which saw Ghana claim a 1-1 draw in Nigeria on Tuesday.
It's a very big disappointment. I mean, you can see from the turnout at the stadium, the crowd and everything, we have the support. Everybody came out in mass support the Super Eagles, but I mean, it is what it is. It's okay. Probably we're going to get another chance in the next World Cup, not this one.
For us, it's a win in a different way. We just have to focus on football development, develop the homegrown players, invest more on football development, and then by this time, in 4 years' time, we'll be laughing.
There was more drama in Algeria, where Ahmed Touba scored in the 118th minute to leave Cameroon on the verge of elimination, only for Cameroon to hit back in the 4th minute of added time in extra time as Karl Toko Ekambi snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Back into the danger area, flicked on, and it's scored! Oh, it's incredible!
However, penalties were needed to separate Egypt and Senegal after 3.5 hours. Egypt had won the first leg 1-0, but lost the second by the same score after extra time. That sent the contest to spot kicks, where Mo Salah missed and Sadio Mane scored as Senegal prevailed 3-1.
And calm and collected is he? Sadio Mane sends Senegal to the World Cup!
Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup will be Senegal's third appearance, 6th for Morocco and 8th for Cameroon. Ghana will be making their 4th appearance since 2006, while Tunisia appears for the 6th time since 1978. In Abuja, I am Kenen Ima Abodike, NTA News.
And that ends nationwide. Before we go, let's remind you that you can always join NTA in the campaign against rape and rapists. Thank you for watching. I am Lydia Ochi. Good evening.
Amidst the heat and dry air, the sound of drumming and singing can be heard. Groups of young men watch boxers prepare for a Derby match. The crowd eagerly awaits for the match to commence as bets are being placed and money changes hands. When the fight starts, the men turn their attention to the boxers. The large crowd absorbed as slaps and punches are thrown during the round. As a fist connects with the jaw, an opponent finally falls to the ground and the crowd goes wild. While they await the start of another brutal round, much younger contestants arrive and ready themselves for a match too. Eventually, the next round begins and the boxers circle each other in a sandy ring as everyone awaits until only one is left standing.
Mothers are precious and deserve to be celebrated all the time. To commemorate this year's Mother's Day celebration, Baker's World has a special package for you. Our guest, Grace Edache, is a pleasant and amiable baker. She will show us how to bake a pastry suitable for moms. We will be having an inspiring, engaging and exciting conversation with her.
When you say Mother's Day, my mind is drawn immediately to the power of a woman, her input in the home, her input in the society.
Watch our guest unleash creativity as she decorates a befitting cake for a Mother's Day celebration. All these and more for you on Baker's World this week.
Everything is architected and designed by the Almighty. Someone who is a Christian is someone who lives a life of Jesus Christ. And the life of Jesus Christ is a life of sacrifice. Yes.
a quiz program designed for students in secondary schools, and we're testing their knowledge in some general subjects and some of the things outside the school curriculum as well. We do have our students with us in the studio. Let's meet them. We have Memuna Adeyemi, and she will be competing with Testimony Adekombi. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, they'll be out here to play the crossword puzzle. Take a step, we'll be back.
Take a Step is a production of NTA Educational Television. NTA Educational Television, promoting learning.
Welcome back to Take a Step, and here we are to play the crossword puzzle.
Why don't you take a step?
You have 40 seconds. Your time starts now. You're looking for words like meat pie, sausage, cake, donut, chips. Time up. Let's count. From Testimony, we have 1, 2. Okay. Put your hands together for her. Over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Put your hands together for her as well. So Memuna, you'll be taking the very first step. Go ahead, take that step.
Yes.
Good. And so that means you'll be going first. We're starting off with English.
Why don't you take a step?
And you are to choose the alternative that best completes the sentence. You have questions 1 to 5 to pick from. How do you play, Memuna?
Number 2.
Number 2. The man is a member of the armed forces. He fights on water. He is dash. A naval officer. B, police officer. C, Air Force officer.
Air Force officer.
Air Force officer. Wrong answer. Right answer is naval officer. Your question now.
Number 5.
Number 5. My uncle would like to buy a dash where he could store his goods. A, supermarket. B, warehouse. C, shop.
Yeah.
A warehouse is the right answer. Take the step. Congratulations to you. Okay. Your next question, Memuna.
Number 4.
Number 4. The robber was arrested and locked up in dash, where he's serving his jail term. A, court. B, prison. C, hotel.
Prison.
Prison is the right answer. Put your hands together for her. Take the step. Congratulations to you. Your question now, Testimony.
Number 1.
Number 1. My uncle reads news over the television. He's A, newscaster. B, producer. C, broadcaster.
Broadcaster.
A broadcaster is the wrong answer. The right answer is a newscaster. And very quickly we wrap up English. We now go on to mathematics.
Why don't you take a step?
Going on to mathematics now. Memuna, pick a number.
Number 1.
Number 1. If 9 raised to the power brackets 2 minus x equals 3, find x. Options are A, 3 over 2, B, 2, C, 1.
Answer is 1/2.
1/2 is not even in the options. You have 3/2. 2 and then 1.
1/1.
1. Okay. The answer is 3/2. Your question now, testimony.
Number 3.
Number 3. What is the mode of the following numbers? 8, 10, 9, 9, 10, 8, 11, 8, 10, 9, and 8. Options are A, 9, B, 8, C, 10.
8.
Right answer. Congratulations. Do you take that step? Good. Your question now, Mimuna?
Number 4.
Number 4. Which of the following is not a measure of central tendency? A, mean. B, range. C, mode.
Range.
Range is the right answer. You may take the step. Good. Your question.
Number 5.
Number 5. Convert 42 base 5 to a base 3 numeral. Options are A, 210 base 3, B, 211 base 3, and C, 222 base 3.
The options again.
Options again, A, 210 base 3, B, 211 base 3, and C, 222 base 3. 211 base 3. That's B. B is the right answer. Put your hands together for her. Now take that step. Congratulations to you. We move away from mathematics. We now go on to biology.
Why don't you take
All right, moving on to biology. Memuna, pick a number.
Number 1.
Number 1. Which of the following diseases can be inherited? A, sickle cell anemia. B, HIV/AIDS. C, pneumonia.
HIV/AIDS.
Wrong answer. The right answer is A, sickle cell anemia. Your question.
Number 4.
Number 4. A meal consisting yam and a lot of vegetables is not balanced because it does not contain A, proteins, B, vitamins, C, minerals.
Protein.
Are you sure? Protein is the right answer. Take a step. Your question now.
Question 3.
Question 3. Of the following habitats can be found in West Africa except A, Sahel savanna, B, temperate grassland, C, mangrove swamp.
B.
B, temperate grassland is the answer. Take the step. Congratulations to you. Your question now.
Number 5.
Number 5. The purpose of treating poor soil with lime is to increase the quantity of what? A, nitrogen, B, phosphorus, C, calcium.
So nitrogen.
Nitrogen. Wrong answer. The right answer is calcium. We now move away from biology. We go on to economics.
Why don't you take
Moving on to economics.
Number 1.
Number 1. When demand does not equal supply, This is known as what? A, disequilibrium. B, dissatisfaction. C, pressure.
Disequilibrium.
Disequilibrium is the answer. Take the step. Congratulations to you. Your question.
Question 2.
Question 2. A dash is an economic system that incorporates aspects of more than one economic systems. A, choice economy. B, mixed economy. C, monopoly.
Mixed economy.
Mixed economy is the answer. Take a step. Congratulations to you. Your question now.
Number 5.
Number 5. The basic economic problem faced by all economies is A, lack of produce. B, scarcity of resources. C, mixed economy.
Scarcity of resources.
Scarcity of resources is the answer. Congratulations, take that step. Your question now.
Number 1.
Number 1 is taken. You have 3 and 4.
That's 4.
Question 4. In the study of economics, resources are also known as what? A, factors of production. B, property. C, goods for production.
Factors of production.
Wrong answer. The right answer is C, goods for production. We come to the end of economics. We now go on to vocation.
Why don't you take us?
Memuna.
Number 3.
Number 3. Which of these treatments can be applied to lessen excess oil on the skin of the face? A, steaming. B, using bleaching. Or C, applying powder.
A.
A, steaming. Final answer, steaming. All right, final answer. When your face is oily, what do you do to it?
I clean it off.
Okay, aside from cleaning, is there any other thing that you can do to it? You don't apply powder to make it less oily. Oh, okay. Well, steaming is the wrong answer. The right answer is applying powder. Your question.
Number 1.
Number 1. A pedicure is the care of the what? A, skin. B, feet and toes. Feet and toenails. C, face.
Feet and toenails.
Feet and toenails is the answer. Take the step. Congratulations to you. Your question now.
Number 5.
Number 5. Which of these protects the lips from drying up? A, Cortex. B, cosmetics. C, lipstick.
Lipstick.
Do you apply lipstick? Okay. Well, lipstick is the answer. Congratulations to you. Take that step. All right. Your question now.
Question 4.
Question 4. The set of items used to beautify the skin is called what? A, powder. B, eyeshadow. C, cosmetics.
Cosmetics.
Cosmetics is the answer. Go ahead and take the step. We now move on to the very last for today, which is profession.
Why don't you take us?
Maimuna, pick a number.
Number 1.
Number 1. Which of these is not a musical instruments? A, organ, B, tin, C, piano.
Tin.
Tin is the right answer. Take the step. Your question.
Question 3.
Question 3. How many strings does a normal guitar have? A, 4, B, 5, C, 6.
6.
6 is the right answer. Congratulations. The step. Your final question, Memuna.
Number 2.
Number 2. Which of these is an indigenous musical instrument from Africa? So the A, organ, B, drum, C, saxophone.
Drum.
Final answer, drum.
Saxophone.
Final answer, saxophone. Be sure. Which is your final answer?
Organ.
Pardon?
Organ.
Organ is your final answer. Organ. Final answer, organ. All right, final answer. Kakaki is like. So why did you choose woodwind?
Intuition.
Intuition. The kakaki is like it's like a trumpet. Woodwind is the answer. Congratulations to you. Take that step.